Safety Sam returns and says,
if on bikes you like to ride, let safety always be your guide.
follow Safety Sam's advice, boys and girls, and you can't go wrong. And follow Safety Sam's new adventures as he returns to track down the safety villains. Join him today as he solves the case of Look, No Hand.
Safety Sam.
Yes, Cardigan, what is it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I just don't know. It's such a nice day and the sun's shining.
Cardigan,
and
if you're trying to tell me you have spring fever and want a day off...
Yeah, Chief. That's it.
No, Cardigan.
Oh, but Chief...
You never did get around to straightening out the files, remember? And if we wait much longer, it'll be too late for spring cleaning.
Say, that's so, isn't it? Well, why don't we wait a little longer?
Cardigan.
Well, it's just that... Well, this would be just the day we could go for a trip in the country.
I won't argue with you on that, Cardigan. But, well, business before pleasure. And besides, I'm expecting Curly Miller in a few minutes for a talk on the safety situation near his school. I want to know if there's been any improvement.
Hi, Safety Sam. Hi, Cardigan.
Hello, Curly. I was just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah. But, Curly, you really sure haven't got something else to do?
A keen deduction, Cardigan. How'd you guess it?
Oh, my natural ingenious, I suppose. Say, you mean you aren't really going to stay and talk?
I'd like to, but the fact is, well, I just dropped in for a moment to say I've got somewhere else to go.
Great! I mean, where, Curly?
If you're going out into the country for the day, Curly, don't tell Cardigan.
But that is a keen deduction. That's just where.
Where, Curly?
Well, I'm going to drop in on my cousin Nicky's. He lives in Edgeville. That's just over the city line, you know, in Chesseau County, in one of those frame houses.
Edgeville isn't exactly the country.
Well, no, but it has sidewalks, and State Highway 26 goes through it. But there are lots of trees and private houses, and there's a nice park and a brook.
Oh, golly, what are we waiting for?
Now, Cardigan, Curly didn't ask us to come along. He's paying a visit to one of his friends, and... By the way, Curly, how are you going out there?
I was thinking of taking the train, though it would be more fun by car, but my dad can't take me so...
Curly, I guess I'm getting like Cardigan, just a bit. Because, well, I'd like to drive you out to Edgeville in my car.
Gee, we could all have a day away from it all.
If you could, that would be great, Safety Sam. And you could meet Nicky. He just got a new red bicycle, and we can take turns riding it. This is the house, Safety Sam. I'll find out if Nicky's home.
Oh, why wouldn't he be home? On a nice day like this.
Cardigan, you've answered your own question. On a nice day like this, chances are he's out somewhere riding his bicycle.
Well, Nicky's inside all right, but his mother, that's my aunt, you know, well, she answered the door, and she said Nicky was in bed.
Say, isn't it about time he got up? After all, it's nearly 11:30.
Quiet, Cardigan. I begin to suspect... Curly, your cousin's in bed because there's something wrong. He's sick, or he's had an accident.
How'd you know? Yeah, that's it. He was riding his new bicycle, and, well, he's all banged up, and he hurts all over, and...
Why don't you invite your friends to come in, Curly? I'm Nicky's mother.
How do you do, ma'am? I'm Safety Sam, and this is my assistant, Cardigan. We don't want to disturb you. We just heard from Curly that your boy's not well.
He's well enough to receive visitors, Curly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aunt Nellie. I guess I must have misunderstood. Can we go now?
Surely. He'll be glad to see you, poor boy. Although I don't know that he deserves too much sympathy. After all, he knew better.
This sounds as if Nicky's been in some sort of an accident due to his own carelessness.
Curly must have told you. But he couldn't have. He didn't even know. Well, when you see Nicky, he'll tell you all about it. So go right up.
Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Hi, Nicky.
Hi, Carolyn. Glad you could come.
Safety Sam here brought me in his car.
And me, too.
That's right. Mustn't forget Cardigan.
Yeah.
But I never expected to find you flat on your back. What happened?
I don't really know exactly, Carolyn. One minute I was having fun on my bicycle, and the next minute I was out cold on the roadway.
Nicky, you don't remember anything of what happened. Think back. It may be important.
Chief, why don't we reconstruct the crime?
So you think a crime's been committed, eh, Cardigan?
Yep.
A keen deduction.
I'm glad you think so, Safety Sam. Now, if you want to hear my theory...
All right, Cardigan, get it over with.
Well, this kid Nicky probably has enemies, and naturally they like to lie in wait and catch him off guard to get him alone. So then, along comes Nicky, riding his new bicycle, minding his own business, and alone, and
But
then...
I wasn't alone, Cardigan. I had a friend with me, Brucey.
Aha, that spoils my theory just a bit. No, wait a moment, I've got it. Your so-called friend, Brucey, did it. He waited until you were looking the other way. He crept up behind you on his own bike. He was riding a bike, wasn't
Yes,
he? Well,
but...
then, consider the case closed. All we have to do now is grab Brucey, and then...
But you're all wrong, Cardigan. In the first place, Brucey and I are good friends. And in the second place, Brucey was riding ahead of me when it happened.
Cardigan, I hate to say it, but another one of your fine theories just bit the dust.
Huh. I suppose you know what happened.
Not yet. But if Nicky will really reconstruct the crime for us, tell us all he can remember about what took place before he blacked out.
I'll try, Safety Sam.
And I'll take notes and maybe get a clue.
Okay, Curly. Well, it was a fine spring day, like this one, and I just got my new bike and was outside with it when Brucey Edwards came along on his bicycle. He was admiring my new bike.
Hi, Nicky. That your new bike?
What do you think? Doesn't it look new?
Sure does. Say, that's keen. How does it ride?
Slick.
Looks like an English bike. Is it?
No, but it's made something like one.
Can I ride it?
I don't know. It's brand new and mine...
I won't hurt it. Honest.
Well, tell you what I'll let you do. I'll give you a ride on it, with me.
But that's not the same thing as riding it myself.
So what? You want me to give you a ride or not?
Okay.
Get on, then. Now, get a good grip. And away we go.
Man,
Hey, she
this
sails
good,
nice. This
boy.
is some new bike, hey? Oh, now what did you do that fool thing for? Why'd you stick out your foot when I was making that turn? You nearly wrecked my bike.
I thought you were going to twist the
Don't you know enough to sit still when you're being given a ride on somebody else's bike?
I never rode two on a bike before, and I don't think I want to again.
Well, the sure thing I won't give you a chance to very soon.
I should worry. I've got my own bike. Hey, Nicky, what's the I get my bike and we go riding together on separate bikes?
That's okay with me. Let's go.
Well, I guess this little old bike of mine's as good as yours any time.
It isn't as fast.
Maybe not. Then again, maybe it is.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's have a race.
Okay. But isn't this a pretty dangerous street for a race?
Oh, you want to back out, huh? Chicken?
Okay, wise guy, I'll race you. Let's go. Nicky!
What? You calling me, Brucey?
Yeah. Slow down, can't you?
I can.
But we're coming to the corner. The main highway.
I can't, Brucey. I can't stop with that. The brakes don't work. Ow!
Nicky.
I'm all right, Brucey. In a way, I'm glad I ran into the curb. It was the only way I could stop.
Well, that does it. You better just walk that bike home. If the brake's no good...
Oh, I'm not going to worry too much about that. But if I ride slowly...
But you'll have to get that thing fixed.
I'll get around to that. Come on, let's go around the block.
Okay. Hey, say, Nick, you know that your front wheel's wobbly?
Ah, you're seeing things.
Maybe I am and maybe I'm not. But it seems to me that wheels... Well, maybe the nut has to be tightened.
Look, Brucey, this isn't the first bike I ever had. I ought to know what
You ought to know, yes. Oh, But, oh, well, let's forget it. We're coming to that corner again.
Let's cut across. I don't think any cars are coming.
But we've got a red light.
That's for cars, silly.
I thought it was for bikes, too.
You think too much, Brucey. Come on.
Well, I'm going to wait.
Okay. Here I go. And that's all I remember, Safety Sam.
Well, thank you very much, Nicky. You've helped a lot to reconstruct the crime. Nicky, from what you've told me, it's perfectly clear that you yourself were the safety villain. You disobeyed practically every rule of safety in bicycle riding.
Yeah, he did a good job of it, didn't he? Didn't miss a one.
Cardigan.
I'm sorry, Chief. Say, while Nicky's not using his bike, maybe I can try it out. I think I'll see if I'm as good a bike rider as I used to be.
Nicky, you wouldn't be lying here all banged up if...
Sam, Cardigan just wandered off somewhere.
Did he say where?
He did say something about Nicky's bike.
Then we haven't a moment to lose. Goodbye, Nicky.
You have to go so soon?
We have to go outside in a hurry to prevent another crime or accident.
Look! No hands! Oh, my foot!
Too late. Cardigan must have remembered the one bicycle safety rule violation that Nicky forgot. The one about not taking your hands off the handlebars to show off. Well, Nicky, and boys and girls, this is as good a time as any to check over the rules Nicky forgot. First, why is it wrong for two to ride on one bicycle? And I'm not thinking of a bicycle built for two. Well, most bicycles are built to hold only one person at a time. You can't see as well or control your bicycle as well if you give your friend a ride.
Sam, don't you think I ought to find out how badly Cardigan's hurt?
Oh, I'm all right, Curly. Only, well, I guess Nicky's bicycle needed some repairs anyway. I'll foot the bill. Oh, my foot.
Let's see it, Cardigan. You're lucky, just a scrape.
Safety, Sam, can I ask another question about bicycle safety?
Go ahead, Curly. You can answer it, too, if you want.
Thanks, Safety Sam. Boys and girls, what are some things you should check on your bike every so often? Well, here are some. Make sure the handlebars are tight. Then the brake. It should work evenly. The air pressure on the tires should be checked. And the wheel shouldn't wobble or have a loose nut.
Yeah, and take it from Cardigan. It's much safer to keep your hands on the handlebars. I said, look, no hands. I almost lost a foot.
And one more word from me, boys and girls. Remember that traffic rules apply to bicycle riders just as they do to automobile drivers. So if on bikes you like to ride, let safety always be your guide.
And so we've solved the case of Look, No Hands, along with Safety Sam, Detective. Today's script was written by Gerard P. Meyer and produced by the All-City Radio Workshop under the direction of Marjorie Knudsen. Be with us again for our next broadcast when we join Safety Sam as he returns to track down another safety villain in...